Hello everybody, so today I'm doing the next edition in my kids movie inspired look series, and today I decided to tackle a villain since I've gotten a lot of requests to do villains, but I've been really wanting to do Hercules, so I decided to do a Hades inspired makeup look. I think Hades is one of the funniest characters in Hercules. He always gives a lot of the comedic relief because Hercules is kind of a sad, little bit dark movie, and Hades and Pain and Panic are some of my favorite characters, and I just thought the dark blues could be really cool. So we got a blue highlight going with a yellow for the color of his gross dead yellow eyes. I don't know, I just thought it would be a really fun color scheme to tackle, and he is one of my favorite characters. So today I bring you Hades from Hercules for the next video for this series. So as always, leave me suggestions for different looks, different characters, different scenes, or whatever. Just as long as it's a kids movie, leave me suggestions for looks to do in the future with the series. I want to do at least a couple more, and if you want to see how I got this Hades inspired makeup look, then just keep watching. Alright everybody, so we're going to start off this tutorial as we have been with this series, starting with the eye makeup. So I'm going to start by priming our eyes with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm just going to blend that out with my Real Technique sponge and then set it down with a little bit of face powder. Then we'll start in with the shadows. First shadow I'm going to take is by Makeup Geek. All of these are by Makeup Geek, and this is called Glass Slipper. It's a shimmery light blue, but once we put all the matte colors on top, you can't really tell that it's shimmery, and this is just, I don't know, it's just a transition color, so it doesn't make that big of a difference. And then I'm going to take the shade Neptune, and for these two colors I'm using my Sigma E40 blender, but I'm going to pop that in the crease and kind of start to blow this out. I really want that blue to be super smoky and almost up to the brow bone. I really want it super blown out. So as you can see, I'm just blowing out that color even more and really kind of packing it on to make it super intense. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Booberry, and I'm going to take a kind of domed blender brush by Sigma. I don't know the names of these brushes because this brush set is pretty new to me, but I will memorize them soon, I promise. But I'm going to take that even lower in the crease. As you can see, it's kind of going on to my lid, and that's because I really want to create that gradient from dark to light so that when we put on that cream black eyeshadow here in a little bit, we'll have a good base for it and it will blend nicely together. So as you can see, I'm taking that even lower in the crease, just going back and forth all the way from inner to outer corner. Then I'm going to take the shade Enchanted Forest on that same brush, and I'm really going to pack this even lower. As you can see, I'm pretty much just working on my lid, and it's the same concept, totally from inner to outer corner to create a nice gradient. So again, when we put the black cream shadow on, we'll have a good base for blending. So just taking that from inner to outer corner in the very lowest part of the crease, kind of upper lid area. Just going to go back and blend it together with a little bit more Neptune on my Sigma E40 blender brush. Then for the awesome lid color, I'm so excited about these. This is the Styli Style Liquid Metal in the shade Guitar Solo. It's a beautiful shimmery black shade, and I started by kind of applying this and blending it with my finger, but it doesn't really work the best when you do that, so I just straight up just applied it all over, just kind of painted it on, and then I'll go back with shadow on top of it after it's dry to blend the edges. And that's how I recommend you use these, just because if you tap it, it kind of loses its opacity and its glitteriness. So I'm literally just painting it all over the lid, waiting for it to dry, and then I'll go in with a little bit of black shadow on this pointed crease blender brush, again by Sigma, and I'm just going to really darken that outer corner and drag it through the crease so that way you can't see the harsh edge from where the glitter stops and the shadow starts, if that makes sense. So I'm just blending that through the crease and popping that on my outer corner as well to give some depth and to cover up those harsh edges. After that's done, we're going to go in with face. I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I'm just going to buff that all over my skin with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. This foundation is a little bit light for me right now since I have gotten a little bit of sun now that it's summer over here, but that's okay because we're going for Hades, so it's got to be deathly and ghostly and all that. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm not taking this right underneath my under eyes since we're putting so much shadow down there. I'm really just using this to highlight and further kind of brighten my skin and make it look even paler and ghostlier, if that's a word. Is ghostly a word? I don't know. Y'all know what I mean. Then again, I'm just going to blend that out with my Real Technique sponge. Then I'm going to take my Kat Von D blurring powder. Or blotting powder, excuse me. This has been one of my favorite powders lately, and I'm just going to set my under eye area and through the T-zone. This makes your skin look airbrushed. It's so nice. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with my NYX Set It and Don't Fret It. I've been listening to so much Disney music through the series, it's insane. How cute is this mug? Drink your water, kids. Got it at Target. Anyways, I'm going to go in with my NYX blush in taupe on this EcoTools fan brush, and I'm just going to start really hollowing out my cheeks and around my face to give me that skeletal, dead, creepy sort of look that Hades has to him. So again, I'm just going to take that on my normal contouring areas. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Makeup Geek's Cool Porcelain Contour Color. This is nice because it's still a cool contour, but it's cool. It's not like super, super ashy. So I'm going to kind of use this in place of bronzer to just give more color and, I don't know, depth to my skin. Then I'm going to take Makeup Geek's Moon Phase Highlighter. This isn't as like pigmented as all the other ones. I feel like it has kind of a weird film on it, but once you build it up, it's such a cool icy blue highlight. I'm obsessed with it. I seriously want to wear this highlight every day of my life. It's so freaking cool. Then I'm going to take my Styli Style Line and Seal semi-permanent liner, and I'm just going to pop that on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this Sigma like short kind of blender, short kind of shader brush. I don't know. Y'all can see what it looks like. It's just a little short stubby brush, and I'm going to blend that down. And I'm going to blend it down pretty heavily on both eyes to give us a good base. And then I'm going to take that pointed blender with the black shadow and just kind of go over the liner and just kind of blend it down. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Enchanted Forest and blend it down with that too, just to give it that kind of cool, deadly look. I think the dark green adds a really cool kind of effect. And take your time blending here. Sometimes when you blend down this far, it can get really choppy and really just like not good really quick. So I go back in with a couple different brushes and really blend it and just make sure it's super soft and blended. Then I'm just going back in over those outer corners to re-deepen up any depth that we lost while blending. And my camera cut out, but for the inner corner I took Makeup Geek's Liquid Gold Pigment, which mixed with a little bit of Fortune Teller foiled eyeshadow, and just popped that on my inner corner as kind of the inspiration for Hades' like color of his eyes, you know. Then I'm going to take my Styli Style Stylus liner, and I'm just going to do a really, really thin line just straight across my lash band to make it easier to apply lashes, which is what we're going to do next. We're going to fill in our eyebrows and pop on some lashes. These are the Ardell Studio Effects Demi Wispies, my favorite. And then the last thing we're going to do is lips. So I'm going to take the NYX Liquid Suede in Stone Fox, a really, really cool kind of blue gray color, and I'm just going to pop that all over my lips as you would with any liquid lipstick. And then for a really cool kind of metallic effect, I'm going to take that same glass slipper shade from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to pop that on the center of my lips. This kind of reminded me of Hades' hair, kind of like the flames from like black to blue. I don't know. I thought it turned out really, really cool and just added a unique effect. So once that's done, this look is totally complete. I think it's so cool and kind of glam goth. I'm obsessed with this blue highlight. I can't say it enough. So thank you all so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this series and if you enjoyed my channel. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!